So today's topic of our discussion is Jain biology. So we know biology is somehow connected with the living entities, and living entities means those living beings who are having life. So what is life? Life is characterized by soul in Jainism. Until and unless there is presence of soul in some body, it cannot be said a living being. So it is required that to be live, to have soul. So here we can understand there are certain philosophical systems and also some scientific thinking that there is a life but no consciousness, there is life but no soul. So this is not right in the Jain view. What we say, classification of souls. So we know that living beings are infinite in number, but all are not of same category. So we have to understand how many types of living beings are there. So primarily souls are of two types: liberated souls and mundane souls. Liberated souls are bodiless and mundane souls are embodied. We know liberated souls are free from body, karmic baggages, and from the cycle of birth and death. And contrary to it, the mundane souls, they are having body, they are under the cycle of birth and death, they are having karmic bondages. So mundane souls are further divided into many different subcategories. So they are classified on the basis of their different bodies or different senses or different genders or different birthplaces. So we would discuss all these things in this particular session. So classifications of souls based on birth, especially of mundane living beings, because those who are liberated, they don't take birth. So this classification is connected or related to the mundane souls. Souls are of four types according to birth. The first is infernal beings, which we say Naraki or Narak, hellish beings. So here souls living in hell are infernal beings. So sometimes we can say infernal beings or Naraki or the hellish living beings. These souls are subjected to physical and mental afflictions and suffer a lot the rages of heat and cold, remaining in those infernal lands. Next is animals. Though the proper term in Jainism is what we say non-humans, or you can say Tiryans. So among all these Tiryans, we find animals, birds, etc. So here animal term is given just for understanding. So animals are the biggest group among active souls. So here, as I have said, that the proper term is Tiryans, in which there are certain living beings which are not active or which are not mobile. So they also come under this category. They may not be considered as animals. They are considered as natural elements or five immobile living beings. So we will discuss all about all these things in the next other slides. But here just we have to understand that animal is also one of the form of life. And in this particular group, there are infinite number of living beings. All souls having 1 to 4 senses necessarily belong to animal category. They include organisms like worms, ants, fly, insects, etc. Higher animals have 5 senses. They include terrestrial and aquatic beings and birds. So we see that in this particular form of life, we find all different types of living beings having different number of senses, 1 to 5. The next category of the living beings on the basis of birth is human beings. So humans are highest developed beings. Human beings are of three kinds: born on land of action, born on land of inaction, and having birth by agglutination. So born on land of action, which is known as karma bhumi, and in this particular land, those human beings are taking birth. They are considered that they have no job, what we say, they are based on some productive work. For example, they are having some employee skills of agriculture, craft, trading, reading, writing, defending, self-protection, etc. So they are working for their livelihood, and for that they are doing some job or some business or some life skills. Next is born on land of inaction. So these human beings are found in akarma bhumi especially, and these humans are not supposed to do any work like the human beings of the land of action. Their life is completely dependent on some special trees which are known as kalpa vriksha. So there are 10 types of kalpa vrikshas which provide all the necessary things to human beings. So these kalpa vrikshas are they are providing fruits, vegetables, and other things which are required to a human being for survival. So in this way, the human beings who are found in this particular lane, they are free from job, business, and other things. They are just dependent on nature or natural resources. Next is having birth by agglutination. So they are called as samurchim. They don't need the support of parents. They can take birth anywhere and everywhere, wherever they find some conducive environment. So souls taking birth by agglutination are humans only for the namesake. They are microscopic and born in excreta and urine of human beings in highly undeveloped state and have a very short span of life. So you can see that though all the animals from one sense to at least five sense living beings, animals which are not having mind, they are also taking birth by agglutination process. But here humans are also considered that there are certain human beings which are also taking birth by this agglutination process, and they don't need the support of parents for that. So they are undeveloped human beings because they cannot develop, they cannot have the developed life in that particular state of agglutination, and they just take birth and die in few minutes or few seconds, you can say. So they are taking especially birth in excreta of human bodies. So it is said that there are 14 such places in the human bodies which are excreting waste, and in those waste these kind of living beings or humans can take birth. Next, the fourth category is celestial beings or celestial beings. They are considered as deities, different types of deities. According to Jainism, there are 4 types of deities. So they all are considered under this particular category. So celestial beings live in heavens, though there are certain things which we have to understand what is heaven in Jain perspective. All the deities are not living in heavens. Some deities are found below the earth and some are found above the earth. So those who are above the earth, they are heavenly beings, especially they are living in heavens, but all the deities are not living in the heavens, but their places are very different from human places. So their bodies are made from protein material which is not visible or accessible to our eyes. So if there are deities nearby, we cannot see them. Celestial beings enjoy high degree of pleasure and prosperity and possess supernatural powers of many kinds. They have long span of life. So we can see at least 10,000 years they live in that state, and maximum 33 Sagrobam. So this much long lifespan they are having. On expiry of lifespan, a celestial being is not born in heaven again. Similarly, an infernal being is not reborn in hells. That is, both of these kinds of souls are reborn in middle low. Human and animals that are found in middle low can be reborn in any part of law. So you can see that the celestial beings and the infernal beings, they are taking birth in particular such in their places, but they take birth, but they cannot repeat in the same places or in the same form of life just after dying. So but the human beings and the animal beings, they can repeat themselves for at least many lives. Or it is said that for humans and the five sensed animal beings, they can take birth 7 to 8 times repeatedly. So this is what is said about human beings and the animal beings. But the infernal beings and the deities, they are not supposed to repeat their life just after death. Out of the 4 types of human beings, from the smallest group, infernal beings are innumerable times the number of human beings, and celestial beings are innumerable times the number of infernal beings. Animals form the largest group and are infinite times the number of celestial beings. This shows how precious the human body is. So we know that humans are very limited in number in comparison to all other living beings, whether it is infernal beings or deities or animals. So we have to understand the importance of human body, how it is so precious for us, because we are getting this kind of highly developed human life of form after many lives sometimes, or sometimes we take more longer period to come up to this higher state. So it is very important to understand the value of human life. There are 6 types of other living beings. We can say all these different living beings can be considered from different other angles. So here, on the basis of their body structure or body elements, you can say body elements. So on the basis of the body elements, there are 6 types of living beings. They are, among the 6, the first 5 are immobile living beings, because they are stationary. They cannot move from one place to another by their own will. Their body may be in liquid form or in airy form, so they are moving from one place to another. That is another matter. But so far as their will is considered, they have no such kind of power to move from one place to another on their will. So here we can see that among the 5 types of immobile living beings, the first is earth, body, soul. So earth is the body of earth, body, soul. Earth, salt, gold, mica, and all other minerals, etc., are earth, body, souls. Earth, minerals, etc., have consciousness before processing, according to Jainism. So this is the reason Jains are very conscious about digging the land or earth, because they understand, they know that each particle of earth is having life. But if we put all these earthly bodies into some what we say process, then they may leave or they may be what we say devoid of consciousness or soul, and they become inert or non-living for us. The total number of earth body souls is considered innumerable. They are not infinite in number. So all different minerals, all different earthly bodies, they come under this particular number. But after all, the number is innumerable. Earth body souls mainly fall into groups, subtle and gross. The subtle earth body souls are not visible to naked eyes, and the gross souls have bodies made up of large visible aggregates. Okay, So whatever we are earthly bodies we are perceiving, they come under the gross category, but the subtle category is invisible, inaccessible to our senses. The minimum lifespan of earth body soul is less than 1 Indian hour. So 1 Indian hour means muhurt, it is the period of 48 minutes. So this is the minimum lifespan of earthly bodies, and the maximum lifespan is what we say 42,000 years. So the earth can survive this for this long period. Earth body souls are destroyed by cold, heat, salt, acid, alkali, and electrical charges. Both groups of earth body souls can be present in developed and undeveloped state, underdeveloped state. So what is developed state and what is underdeveloped state, it will be discussed in the next coming slides. But just we have to understand that developed means those who are having potential to develop their life fully, and those who have not sufficient biopotentials to develop their life. So they live hardly for a few minutes or few seconds, and after they die. So we see that these earthly bodies can be destroyed or can be what we say finished, and by using these different types of means, and they are found in both the forms. Now we see the water body soon. Flowing water is the body of water body soon, and dew, ice, fog, etc. are water bodies souls of gross type. Water body souls are also innumerable in the universe. They are destroyed in the same way as earth body souls are destroyed. Before processing, water has consciousness. Processing, handling of raw water in any manner whatsoever inflicts pain on these organisms and is therefore a sinful act. So since the water is also having consciousness or life originally, but if it is processed, then it also becomes lifeless. But we have to understand that if we are using unnecessary water, we are creating or causing unnecessary violence to these water body living beings. Minimum lifespan of water body soul is less than 1 Indian hour, and the maximum lifespan is 7,000 years. So water can survive for this long period. Now the third immobile living being is fire body soul. Fire is the body of fire body souls. Some examples of fire body souls are burning fuel, sparks, flames, meteorites, etc. These souls are also innumerable in the universe. They are destroyed in the same way as earth body souls and possess consciousness before destruction. So fire is also having life or consciousness, and for this that we see that fire, earth, water, all are taking oxygen. Without oxygen they cannot survive. So it is the sign of being live or having soul or consciousness. Their minimum lifespan is less than 1 Indian hour, and the maximum span is 3 days. So water can survive for 3 days after it dies. Now we see the fourth category of immobile living beings is air-bodied living beings, or you can say air-body souls. So flowing air is the body of air-body souls. Hurricanes, typhoons, and windstorms, all are the examples of gross air-body living beings. Air-body souls are also innumerable and have consciousness before processing. So we can see that water is visible to all of us, but this water is considered as gross water soul beings, soul, water bodied souls. The subtle ones we cannot see. Next is plant body soul. It is called Vanaspati. Here we can see that the plants and vegetables are bodies of plant body souls. Plant body souls are also of two kinds: solitary body soul and common body soul. So solitary body soul is having just one soul in one body, while The common body soul is found in infinite number in a body. So Jains try to avoid root vegetables because of these common body souls. They are found infinite in number in that root vegetables. So that's why Jain people try to avoid these root vegetables in the name of their diet. They do not want to kill that much living beings. But without vegetables, without fruits, without juices, we cannot survive, or grains, we cannot survive. So we are trying to take fruits and vegetables and grains of only those types of plants which are having just a solitary body and not infinite number of souls. Soul, who is the sole owner of the body, is called a solitary plant body soul, as I have already said. And when more than one soul has a common physical body, the plant is called common body soul. In such cases, the breathing process, food, age, body are common to all souls living in that particular body. So why it is said common? Because they are all functions, body functions or biological functions take place in the same time. And in just by one process, they are taking their all necessary, what we say, things. So just if one living being has started eating, it means all have started eating. So their age and food and every other things are very common, and they are sharing with each other. There is no need to take each soul has food, etc., separately. So in this sense, it is said that they are common body souls. Now we see that examples of solitary body plant souls are trees, like mangoes, banyan, etc., and grass, soft grass, etc., green vegetables, spinach, etc., and plants growing in water, loafers. And these all different types of plants are considered as solitary body plant. All bulbous roots of various sorts and sprouts are common body plants because they are having infinite number of souls in a body. Alui, not potato, onion, garlic, radish, ginger, turmeric, these are also considered as common body plants. So yes, how much we can avoid in dry form, we are using all these things, especially not onion and garlics or other things, but so far as ginger or turmerics, they are very common to all of in our Jain diets, and they are especially used in the form of a dry form. Plants are subtle and grass type, and the above described are all gross plants because they are visible or accessible to our eyes or senses, but the subtle ones are invisible. They are also found throughout the universe. Everywhere they are available, but they are not visible to us. Subtle vegetation called nigod is manifest form of microorganisms. So among the mundane souls or living beings, the nigod is the primitive state, or you can say it is having very small body and very micro, or it is considered as a microorganisms. And nigod means there is one body and infinite number of souls. So this is the category of plants and not of any other living beings. So nigod is related to plant, and it is somehow common body plants. Microorganisms also regard some types of virus as plant life. This finding of science is in agreement with the Jain belief. According to Jainism, infinite numbers of nigod are there, live in a micro body. And for instance, tip of a needle is supposed to accommodate infinite nigodas. So you can see that science is also talking about such kind of microorganisms and they might have different names for that, but just we can understand, we can see that negots are considered in different forms in the field of science also. And they are also talking about that on the tip of needle there can be infinite number of bacteria or microbes. Minimum lifespan of a plant body soul is less than 1 Indian hour, and the maximum lifespan is 10,000 years. So the plant can survive, or the trees, sometimes we heard that this tree is of 400 years or 500 years. So it is very, what we say, unimaginable. But yeah, according to Jain, it is a very short period. The maximum period for the plant is 10,000 years. All plant bodies souls have consciousness before processing. So it is very clear to all of us that plants are having life, and science has also proven it, that plants are making their food, and plants are taking breathing, so they have life. They don't science doesn't understand that life is not possible without soul, but they say that life is there, but they don't accept the presence of soul because it is beyond their approach, or it is not under their study. Now we will see that the sixth category of living beings is mobile living beings. It means those who can move from one place to another. And all living beings from 2 to 5 sensed, they come under this particular category. They can move from one place to another by their own will, not just because of their body structure. So mobile beings can move forward and backward, contract and expand, produce sound, move around, and run in defense, get frightened, etc. So this kind of, you can say, characteristics are found especially in the mobile living beings and not immobile living beings. All infernal beings, celestial beings, animals, and humans are mobile living beings. Mobile living beings having 2 to 4 senses are called deficient beings. So those mobile living beings who are having just 2 to 4 senses, they are considered as deficient beings. The particular term is vikalendriya. So they are not having all the 5 senses, so they are considered as vikalendriya or deficient beings. Now you see that the one sense living beings are having touch only. They have body, so they can touch or can know anything they want to know. But two sense living beings are having 2 senses, and those are touch and taste. So they can take food, they can taste something. So in this way, these 2 sense living beings have 2 senses, and small insects, shell, conch, shell, earthworm, and other such kind of worms are the examples of 2 sense living beings. 3 sense living beings have the senses of touch, taste, and smell. Ants, bed bugs, scorpions, pests, losses, and the etc. They are considered as 3 sense living beings. 4 sense living beings have the senses of touch, taste, smell, and vision. So flies, mosquitoes, black beetle, bee, locust, these different types of living beings, they are considered as 4 sense living beings. 5 sense living beings, these beings are born either in womb or by the process of agglutination. So these 2 types of living beings are found both in human beings and also in animal beings. So the subhuman vertebrates are of 3 kinds: aquatic animals like fishes, turtles or tortoise, crocodiles and alligators, whales and dolphins, etc. Some of them are born as eggs, and some are brought forth as fully developed young animal. Their varieties caused by difference of colors, smell, etc. count in thousands. So you can see there's aquatic animals. They are also in very good number. Land animals like quadrupeds and reptiles, the later again being of two kinds, snakes and lizards. So they walk on their arms and they cannot stand. So that's why they are considered as reptiles. So quadrupeds are again of four types on the basis of their shape of their feet. So angular. These kinds of animals are having very solid hoof like horses. So and there is bioangular animals which are having cleft hoof like a cattle, and multi-angular animals like elephants. So they are having round shape of their feet, and animals, what we say, hoof especially. Animals having toes with nails like lions, etc. So they are also considered as the quadrupeds. The reptile are also of two kinds. Those which are limbless and walk on their breasts as snakes and pythons, etc. Those which have short limbs and walk on their arms as all varieties of lizards, such as these different names, and all varieties of rodents such as rats, mice, porcupines, and etc., and frogs, horse, mongoose, and many others. So these are considered as the reptile living beings. In the case of reptiles, some are brought forth as eggs, while some are born as fully developed young ones. So these two types of processes of taking birth are found in this particular category of living beings. Birds and flying animals. The birds and flying animals are divided in four types on the basis of their wings. So here, those with membranous wings as baits, those with feathered wings like common birds, those with wings which never open. Penguins have their wings reduced to scaly flippers with which they cannot fly but can swim underwater. Those with wings which never close. So in this way, there are four categories of birds. Based on the type of birth, the mobile beings are of 8 types. Oviparous, they are born from eggs like birds. Vertebrates born without placenta, such as elephants. And viviparous, they are born with placenta, for example, cow and humans. And fermentation origin, worms and bacteria produced in curd, juice, etc. by fermentation process especially. So the wines are prohibited in Jainism because there is fermentation in producing the wine, etc. So there are certain good number of living beings are found or generated by this process of fermentation. Sweet origin, this kind of living beings are loose or this kind of which are just born due to our sweating of body. And birth by agglutination, they have an asexual birth, for example flies, ants, etc. So in this way we find that there are 8 kinds of living beings even among the mobile living beings. There are certain living beings which are found in sprouts. So they are produced below earth surface, for example locusts, and instantaneously manifested body. There are non-fetus beings, for example celestial beings and infernal beings. So they are not taking birth from any parents or any such other such processes. They are just taking birth at some particular place. They are with the birth they become young. They need not to take time for being young. So these kind of living beings, they are exceptional, and they are not coming into being or into life by any other different processes. All creatures having 1 to 4 senses, 5 sense beings without mind, and infernal beings are necessarily Phrodites. So it means they are not neither male nor female, they are neutral. So they are having neutral gender. So all these 5 different types of living beings, they are not having any gender, but it is called as a third gender. Celestial beings have male and female category. They are not having the third gender. The human beings and animals are having all the 3 genders. So we find that on, especially in India, we find all these 3 people of 3 genders. Nowadays, maybe out of India, you can find. Now, birthplaces, on the basis of the birthplaces and species, there are other categories or classification of living beings. According to Jainism, on the basis of birthplaces, there are 8.4 million types of living beings. So the number of species is much greater, as more than one species can take birth in one birthplace. For example, dung is a birthplace. Species like worm, insect, etc. can be born in dung. The total number of birthplaces and species are given in the next slide. So we can see that what is the difference between the number of birthplaces and their species. So here you can see earth body souls, they are found 0.7 million in number, and their species is 1.2. Water body soul is found is again 7 billion, but here the what we say species which are again is of 7 million. Fire body soul 0.7, 0.7, air body soul 0.7, 0.7. Common body plants, they are found in number so far as their birthplaces are considered, okay, 1.0, and it is they are found infinite in number in a body, but here the species are not considered in that way. Solitary body plants, they are 1.4 millions, and their species are 2.8. Two sense organisms 0.2 millions, and their species are 0.7. Three sense organisms, they are found in 0.2 millions, and their species are in 0.8. Four sense organisms, they are found in 0.2 millions, and their species are found in 0.9. Five sense animals, they are found 0.4, and their species are dependent on different categories. You can see that aquatic creatures, they are found in 1.25 millions. Birds are found 1.20. Terrestrial animals are found 1 million, and what we say creepers, reptiles, they are found 0.90 millions, and armed reptiles, they are found 0.9 millions. Human beings, they are found in 1.4 billions so far as their birthplaces are considered, and their species are considered 1.2. The infernal beings 0.4, and their species are found 2.5 millions. And now celestial beings, they are also found 0.4 in so far as their birthplaces are considered, but they are also having different species. In that number, we find that 2.6 they are. So in total, we have seen that there is 8.4 million birthplaces, while the species are little more than 20 millions. Now there are two main important concepts to understand how the living beings are coming to life, and what is the what are the basic things which are required to come into life. So here the concept of biopotential, which is technically known as paryapti, is very important to understand. Two special physiological powers of the mundane soul are biopotential and vital powers. Biopotential is the power of biological and physiological development possessed by a soul. When soul takes rebirth, a new body is to be formed using suitable materials from the environment. The power to develop this new body is called biopotential. These biopotentials exist due to fruition of biopotential body-making karmas, and biopotentials are 6 in numbers. So I mostly say that these biopotentials are different systems of our body. According to science, there are 10 types of systems in our body. For example, digestive system or respiratory system or blood circulation system or skeleton system, like this. So here we can understand that in the same way in Jainism there are 6 types of biopotentials or body systems which we require to live in particular form of life. So what are the 6 biopotentials? The first is food biopotential. So food biopotential is the power for soul so that the body receives food from external world, converts it into appropriate constituents like solids and fluids, and discharge the waste residue. So this is the 3 main functions of each biopotential, that they should take the material from outside, assimilate it into a body, and excrete the waste. Body potential works in the same way. Body potential is the power to use the fluid and solids for making the body components. The fluids make 7 elements like liquid components, blood, flesh, fat, marrow, and sperm or egg. And the solids make bones and other stronger components. So in this way, the body potential is working inside the body. Sense organ biopotential. This biopotential is used to form the sense organs and brain from the 7 fluid elements. Here respiratory biopotential. This biopotential assists in making the respiratory and blood circulation systems. Speech biopotential. This biopotential develops the system for speech production and transmission. Mind potential. This biopotential enables receptor of a subtle matter for making the mind or thought waves or creating thought waves or mental images. And mind in Jainism is different from brain. So brain is considered as the component of this physical body. Mind is the process of thinking. So thinking in thinking process, we need some material, special material from the environment to convert into mental images or mental thought waves. So that is called mind in Jainism. All biopotential powers manifest simultaneously. They start with in one and the same time, but they complete according to their time. So the process is fast and manifestation is completed in less than 1 Indian hour. You can see those people who say that life comes after 3 months of conception. So according to Jainism, it is not the right view. Whenever some living being enters into the womb of his mother or her mother, and within 48 minutes he completes all these biopotentials. Okay, then only he can develop with time, and after 9 months and few days it comes in a full form. So to a soul, what we say, it doesn't take much time when it enters into the womb of mother. It completes all the biopotentials within the 48 minutes. A soul who manifests all the six biopotentials completely is called developed human beings or developed living beings. So, which is technically known as paryapta. Otherwise, the soul remains undeveloped or underdeveloped, you can say, aparyapta. 2 to 4 sense creatures and 5 sense organisms without mind have first 5 potentials powers, and 5 sense living beings are endowed with mind also and have all the 6 powers. So you can see that 2 to 5 sense living beings who are not having mind, they have only 5 biopotentials, while the humans who are having thinking mind, they are having all the 6 biopotentials. So after getting all these biopotentials, the living being is considered a fully developed living being. Now, another very important factor which we have to understand how life is working. Biopotentials are helping to create the body systems, all the biological systems, while the vital power is helping to regulate them to function, to make them functional. So vital power is essential for life. These carry consciousness and intelligence of soul to the gross body and manifest in the form of various vital functions of the body. These powers are divided in 10 groups of pranas. So here vital energy is considered as the what we say as a carrier of consciousness and intelligence to the gross body. So, and with the support of that, we are able to take any action at physical level or at mental level or verbal level. So these pranas are carriers of our inner instructions to at our physical level or physical body. So there are 10 types of such vital energies which are flowing inside the body, and they are considered as age prana. The first is called Ayushya prana. So this power is considered to keep the body alive for permitted time units. When it terminates, death occurs. So it is essential to survive in particular form of life and for particular time of period. So this pran is very, very essential. Whenever death occurs, we say that the pran is finished. Okay, the pran of particular person is finished. So what kind of pran is finished? All the 10 types of pranas are finished, but especially this particular first pran. When it is finished, then death occurs. Respiration, that is Swasochvas pran. This power enables the body to breathe air essential for survival and discharge carbon dioxide, including circulation of blood. So this respiratory system is working with the support of this particular prana. Now body is also working, and this power provides energy for metabolic activity in the body for growth and maintenance of the body. So this particular vital energy is helping in regulating all our metabolic activities of the body, and also it is helping to maintain for the maintenance of this physical system. Now speech. So speech pran, or we say bhashabal pran, so it supports ability of vocal expression, both articulate and inarticulate. We humans are very developed, so we can speak in a particular language, but or particular dialects or with particulars in particular symbols, but some other living beings, they cannot speak in the language of humans, but they can create some kind of sound. So that is inarticulate language, which is especially done by 2 to 5 sense living beings, those who are considered as non-human or animals or Tyrians. Now we see that mind is also working with the support of some vital energy, and that vital energy is known as mind, manobal prana. And 6 to 10 pranas are considered as the vital energy which is flowing in all our 5 senses, and because of this energy, the 5 senses are working. they are functional. Our eyes are able to see the object outside, or our ears are able to listen or hear the sounds which are coming from outside. So in this way, all the senses are working with the support of these vital energies. So there are 10 types of vital energies which are flowing inside the body. And you might have listened to about Reiki, Suzok, pranic healing, acupuncture, acupressure. So all these, what we say, alternative therapies are working with the support of this particular vital energy which is flowing inside the body. They are trying to balance this energy inside the body and trying to treat the particular problem, physical issue or health issue. Now we would see that these are different 10 types of pranas which are working inside the body, and they are helping to make our body systems functional, properly functional, and to continue their working or their what we say functionality. These are physical vital powers possessed by all mundane souls. The eternal existence, consciousness, bliss, and perception are the metaphysical vital powers, and they are also found in all the living beings, whether they are mundane or whether they are liberated. The liberated living beings are not having these physical 10 types of powers which we have just discussed, but so far as the metaphysical powers are considered, they are also found in the liberated living beings. These are the real powers actually, without which there is no existence of the other powers too. And also it is not possible without, the existence of soul is also not possible without these pranas. So it means that they are one-to-one relation with, they are connected with each other, or they are in tuned with each other. So if soul is there, then there is the consciousness, there is the bliss, there is perception, power of perception, and power of knowing, and existence of the living being. Mundane souls possess both physical vital powers and metaphysical vital powers. Liberated souls have only pure metaphysical vital powers, as I have already said. Vital powers are connected to bioelectricity in the body that is supposed to be sign of life. So here we can see that what is the origin, what is the source of vital powers in the body. So it is the bioelectrical body which is known as Tejas body, and it is always associated with the mundane soul. And with the support of this particular body, all the other 4 types of bodies are working. So it is providing this vital force, vital energy to work of all the bodies. Now, vital powers are the fundamental basis of life. Vital powers and biopotentials have the cause and effect relationship. Without vital powers, the biopotential powers cannot manifest. Vital powers in sufficient measure are needed for full manifestation of biopotential powers. So we can see that what is the relationship between these two things, vital powers and biopotentials. So vital powers are the cause and the biopotentials are the effect or work. They are working with the support of this vital energy, and the vital energy is coming through Tejas body. So, and Tejas body is possible only when there is some soul in that particular body. So it indicates that a soul is present in that particular body, and that's why the energy is flowing inside the body parts, and they are functioning because of that. So now we have completed all these different topics which are related to Jain biology and about the science view regarding these biological systems or biological classifications. We would see the next lecture which will be especially offered through online, and you can be able to listen to that so that you can get the idea what science is thinking about this biological concept or biological elements. So with this, I am finishing my talk. If somebody has any question, please. You are able to ask. So you all are unmuted from my
Pranam
side.
Didi.
Yes.
Yes. Pranam Didi, I wanted to ask when you were explaining about celestial beings, you
Correct.
explained about protean material. Their bodies are made up of protean material.
Yes.
When you were explaining about celestial being, what do you mean by protean material?
Oh, this is a protein material. Their body is made, is having some special quality. Their body can take different shapes. Okay, they can make their body large or very small or invisible, sometimes visible. So this kind of potentials are having that particular in that particular protein material of which their body is made. So this is what is said. See the Vakriya, we say Vakriya body, okay? So Vakriya means which can take different forms. Whenever deities want to go somewhere else or they want to come to human world, they come in different other body forms. They don't use the original body form which they are having in remaining in the heavens. So they have to change their body. So and that kind of capacity must be there in their body. So they have such kind of capacity in their body, and that's why that body material is considered as protein, though it is not visible to our physical eyes, but the English translation is given like this.
Nami Naman Swami. Any
Yes.
scientific study on Samurchik human being?
You can say the bacteria are found, see, microbes. And now I have heard that some scientists are working especially to find out about these microbes. So samurchim living beings are not just a microbes, okay? They are from one sense to five sense animals or even the humans who are not having mind. They are also considered as samurchim living beings, okay? But yeah, if you are curious about the subtle living beings or those who are just microbes, then yes, science is working on that. And in the form of
Fire body
they
soul.
are, they are talking about the microorganisms, microbes, bacteria in that way.
Fire body lifespan minimum is less than 1 hour. It can be say it one samay. It may be minimum one samay.
About fire-bodied living beings, you are saying.
Fire body soul minimum span of life is less than 1 hour.
Correct.
It it may be one samay.
No. One samai is very less time actually. So they have some longer period. See, when someone takes birth or dies, it takes some time, no? So one samai
Okay.
is very smallest period of time in which one cannot take birth or cannot die. Okay.
Okay.
Didi,
So
my perception,
it is minimum intra-hour Indian hour, means antar muhurt it is said. It may be less than 48 minutes, but not one samai, more than one samai.
my perception is all the 24 Tirthankars,
Yes.
they are existing in subtle bodies and they're moving here and they're moving still. Can it not be possible that just thinking that they exist in protean material bodies?
No. They are liberated souls. They are considered as liberated souls. It means that they are free from all types of bodies, whether subtle, whether it is gross or protein or any other. Okay? They are not deities. They are liberated living beings. They are pure soul, pure and perfect soul. Clear? So they are not having any physical connection, material connection. Anything else?
Vandami Namansami Samniji.
Yes.
My question is about Ayush Pran. So, as we know, like the soul lives in a body as long as there is Ayushya Pran. Now,
Correct.
when that Ayushya Pran is over, soul leaves the body. So, this Ayushya Pran, is this fixated at the time of birth when soul enters the body? Like, or is it changing based on the soul's karma throughout their life? The Ayushya Pran can change.
It is true. See, the lifespan is also considered of two types, okay? Sopakram and Nirupakram, or Apavartaniya or Anapavartaniya. So it can also break before the time, it can also continue as the time is fixed. All these things are being determined by the karmas, okay? So after all, karmas are regulating all biological physical systems. Clear? Without
Okay. And
karmas, lifespan cannot be determined. So the vital energy just works according to the karmas.
okay, thank you. And is it true that after we live two-third of our lifespan, our Ayush karma is fixated for the next lifespan?
Correct.
Um, and- okay,
Yes. Yes. So it just we have to understand that if lifespan is anapavartani, means it will not break in before the time, then it is fixed that it will be decided, the next life span is or destination is decided after two-third, okay? But in third part of our life is present life is life. But if somebody is having apavartaniya ayush, it means it may break because of some accident or some natural calamities, or because of some wrong food or any virus or any other such reasons. Then it depends that it may be decided just after two-third, if life is continuing to that period. Otherwise, if it is finishing before, then it may be determined before the time, before two-third, or even in the last moment of the life, okay? So
okay, okay,
there are certain several possibilities for determining lifespan in the case of those living beings who are dying before the time because of some accident or natural calamities or plane crash or etc.
okay.
Bandami, Bandami Namasami, Samani.
Yes,
I have a question. What is the difference between Dravya Prana and Bhav Prana?
very good question. See, so Dravya Pran is a, sometimes I understand it in the sense that it is a kinetic energy of the soul. But most of the right answer is that it is somehow the energy which is flowing through Tejas body. Okay, so it is a bioelectricity electricity which is working with the support of the white Tejas body, and Tejas body is always connected with the mundane soul, and that's why it is not all these different 10 types of what we say physical pranas, they are not found in the liberated living beings. So it means it is these pranas are connected with the Tejas body. So as long as we are in the mundane state, this body will always be with us, and these pranas will always be available for us.
So then, for the liberated soul, when we say they have metaphysical vital powers, Bhav Prana, is this the
Correct.
only mana prana they have, or rest every prana goes away?
These all 10 types of pranas are not found in what we say liberated souls. They don't need any mind. Their soul is fully developed. Why they need mind, why they need senses, why they need body, why they need other respiration or other lifespan? They don't need.
So
Okay.
these 10 pranas, Dravya Prana and Bhav Prana, they have out of these 10 only, or Bhav Prana is something different which we have not covered? Like,
Yes,
is it something
how
different?
pranas are different from the Dravya pranas. Dravya pranas are the physical vital energy which is flowing with the support of Tejas body. So it is after all a material power, okay, physical powers.
Got it.
Clear? While Bhav prana are the main what we say, potentials of our inner self, authentic self, and they would always be available in the soul in any form, whether they are living in mundane state or whether they are liberated.
I'm, I'm just curious, what can one do with bhav pranas? Like, what can one do with that bhav prana?
Oh, see, you are knowing, you are doing a study with the support of bhav prana. It is not the physical, just prana is helping. Physical pranas are just helping you to open your eyes, to read the text, to listen to the lecture. But so far as understanding is considered, it is because of the bhav prana. You have consciousness, that's why you are understanding.
Okay,
The ears can just receive the sounds, but they don't understand what is being said. It is our
okay,
consciousness which is understanding, following the things, is it?
got
Or
it.
we are living
Okay,
because of the bhav prana, not because of these dravya pranas.
okay, got it.
Yes. Any other? So thank you very much for asking so good questions. So I would like to take questions in the end of the session. So for that, you should also go through the text, because I'm talking few things through my presentation, but all different other details are found in the text. And we are just sharing one chapter only, and you have 1 week time. So it would be better to get more clarity, more detail. We have to read the text also. There are certain texts which are recommended also. So you can see the same thing in there, those books also, and can get some new details in those texts. So thank you.